Good morning, Shopper Clean Black. Good morning to Chat Rep. Good morning to everybody. Chat Rep, as long as I'm blocked up in your chat, I'm about to block you next. So you better get the unblock you. That's what you better do. Good morning, OG. Good morning to everybody. What's good on Bother? Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, y'all. I just wanted to talk about the real phonies of San Antonio. And y'all, whenever I said the real phonies of San Antonio, I had to put my hand out like I had a peach or an apple or something up in my hand. Y'all, what do the real phonies of San Antonio? What is their symbol? What do they represent? The real phonies. Chat rep. I will have a discussion with you. But now you the one that was up here asking me questions as if I didn't know what I was talking about. Good morning, Coco. Good morning to everybody. Yes, this is episode $2.55. This is this episode today, y'all. Let me get into character, guys. So on today, I am here to tell you about why I was not able to afford my coffee for $2.55. And also, you all, I'm going to tell you about my latest show, The Real Phonies of San Antonio, featuring me and Tracy. We will talk about it after the 30. You all, I was just driving around the other morning because, I had just finished walking Lyric. I had to take Lyric for a walk. And after I took Lyric for a walk, I felt like I needed a cup of coffee. So I went to the cheapest place to get coffee, which is McDonald's, because, I knew that something might be shady with my card. And I knew that I could not be pulling up at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts trying to get some coffee that morning. So I went on over there to the McDonald's. And again, my card typically works. But again, you must remember that my mortgage just had to be paid, you all. I just had to pay my mortgage for the 1st of December. And so, you all, that's the reason why I believe that my card didn't work. The lady told me that it got declined, you all, and I don't have anything to prove to anybody on here. But you all, after everybody was dragging me about my car being declined for $2.55, you all, and again, I had to come on here and prove something to you people that I always make fun of y'all for proving stuff to other people about, because I had to prove that my card was not a working card. I had to get on here and cut it, you all. And you know something? I couldn't even find the scissors to cut that card, you all. But anyway, I hope that you guys will help me and do a cash out party for me. You can come, Ryder lives. You can come, and make sure you give me a super chat, because the coin is what keeps me here, even though McDonald's said that I didn't even have enough coins for the cup of coffee, but the coin keeps me here. If it happens on here, we can discuss it on here because of the coin. And you all, let me tell you something else, you all. And again, and good morning to everyone. Good morning to Taylor Mad. Good morning to Bo 32. Good morning to Mandisa, Shanice, Ronnie Howard. Good morning to you all. And again, my card did not decline. It did not decline. The expiration date said 8/25, which clearly means that my card expired on August 25th, which that's a lie, y'all. Now we already know that card is supposed to be good until August 2025. Well, you all, I'm of the ministry, and because I'm of the ministry and I'm a musician at the church, you all, the church, I guess they were not able to pay me or whatnot, but you all, I'm just doing my best, you all. So please send me a cash out. Y'all, just that in itself, and what's good, ooh la la, just that in itself was crazy to me. Good morning, SAPD. Because it's like, okay, Jay Wilson, you can't pay for $2.55. As much as you be on here begging, where in the hell all the money going? Where it's going, Jay Wilson? Then if somebody asks his ass where it's going, then he gonna swear somebody trying to count his pockets. But where is all the money going then? Or maybe this what you have to do until you wait for the 21st. Because I mean, clearly it ain't the 21st yet. So this is the types of situations that you have to go through in order to get paid on the 21st of the month. And so you have to wait for December 21st in order for you to be able to pay for your coffee. How are you, Hood Table? Good morning. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, you all, and SAPD, and again. But y'all, I find it quite hilarious that Tracy and Jay Wilson turn on each other again. But see, that's what you get. When you knew that you dealt with a snake before, Jay Wilson, then you dealt with Tracy again. Y'all done did the craziest stuff to each other in the past. You thought you had a friend, and now she done turned on your ass. But y'all, how Tracy turned on two of her people yesterday. She turned on Jay Wilson and she turned on Heatwave. Which that's why I think that Heatwave might be moving to San Antonio, y'all, so that she could become a part of the cast for the Real Phonies of San Antonio. I believe that the Real Phonies of San Antonio is going to be a pretty good thing for them to do. Just because it will be a great show idea that's coming. OG, you know I have to do my impressions. You know I do now. Child, whenever I saw that mess, I just watched that and I was just like, oh my goodness, not again. It almost felt like deja vu. Then it felt like it put Jay Wilson up in his feelings. That's how you know that Tracy is really a flip flopper, because she kicking that man when he down. How you gonna kick him when he down and take your friendship away from him when he don't even have $2.55 to pay for a coffee? You could at least waited until after the 21st before you try to kick him while he down. And then even her going at Heatwave. But then when Reed used to tell Tracy that she was a flip flopper, Tracy used to swear up and down that Reed was lying and that she really wasn't a flip flopper. But that's all that she do is flip flop. She's a phony. She is a phony. They said that she only been loyal to a certain amount of people, and y'all, just a certain amount. But my damn. Just phony all over San Antonio. Then y'all want to get mad because Lovely Love wanted to move over there with y'all. Well, she might just fit right on up in with you. Lovely Love, now that you done moved to San Antonio, the key thing that you have to do while living there is be phony. So, Lovely Love, they might run you up out of there if you don't be phony. If you don't do it the right way, they might run you on up out of there. Good morning, Pizarro. Good morning to December, baby. Good morning to everybody. Love, if you get over there and you ain't trying to be phony, then that means that you breaking the rule. You breaking the rule. So you're going to have to rethink if that's where you really need to be. Because it's certain rules and regulations that you got to abide to over there according to Jay Wilson and Tracy, let them tell it. They were such good friends. Such good friends. And then now, child, how long did that last? How long did that friendship last? Shoot. And so, y'all, I had a good time laughing at their lives yesterday. And Tracy, please stop talking about me being up on Shelly's platform. I tried to catch up on all your mess that was going on, and you kept mentioning me up in your damn mess. Girl, don't worry about what I do on Shelly's platform. I ain't on yours, so shut the hell up. That's what you do. Don't worry about me having a debate on Shelly's platform. Worry about your platform. You and Jay Wilson, the main ones that don't let me up on their platform. But then you worry about the fact that Shelly let me up on her platform. No, you worry about your motherfucking platform. Don't worry about Shelly's. Don't worry about me getting up there and arguing with the men. Because that's another thing, y'all. Shelly did a live and she put a poll up to ask if I had caused trouble up on her last live. What is very interesting is what I've noticed, y'all, is especially with these types of conversations and debates, for whatever black men, but just men in general, whether they are gay or straight, they act like they can tell you what you think or what your thought is. The whole commotion on Shelly's came about because I got up there to give my point of view about the trans community and how they should not be singled out, how they should not be excluded from the overall LGBTQIA community. And, the one man, old slow Eeyore talking Rodney, had a problem with what I said. And I was being very, very genuine, and I was trying to explain to him my thought process, and he was like, "Okay, girl." And and girl, and girl, and don't call me girl. Now, if I tell somebody not to call me girl, especially when we are having a discussion on what people prefer to be called and how we should respect what people want to be called, but then I say, don't call me girl, and you deliberately go out of your way to do it anyway. Ain't you doing the exact opposite of what the discussion is about? Because if people tell you how they wish to be identified, and you deliberately go against what they are saying just because why? You a man? Because why? You a gay man? Because why? You can just do it? Because why? If I told your ass don't call me girl, then respect it and move along within the discussion. But instead, what happened was my request was actually disrespected, in which that man commenced to calling me girl about 2 more times just to be spiteful. But I mean, people not seeing that as him causing the issue. They want to see my thoughts and reactions towards him as me being the issue, when this motherfucker, all he had to do was respect what I asked. That's it. Then on Misunderstoods, and on Shelly's, he called me a couple of bitches as well. On Misunderstoods, he got over there. But this is my thing. They were up there saying how they have certain trans women friends. The stupid dude Rodney and then the man Kenzu said that they have trans women friends who prefer not to be called girls either. Well, if the trans man can say that he don't want to be labeled a girl, then how come me saying that I don't want you calling me girl, why is that too much to ask? Why? Because you a man? So I'm just supposed to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. So sweet. A girl is somebody who is not an adult. I'm very much an adult. And at that time, I was engaging in an adult discussion. And if somebody don't know the difference between a girl and a woman, then I don't know what to tell you. I absolutely don't know what to tell you. Just like there is a difference between a boy and a man, there is a difference between a girl and a woman. And if I don't want you to refer to me as a girl because I'm not your motherfucking child, bitch, not you, so sweet, but that motherfucker that was on Shelly's. I'm not your damn child. I'm here having an adult discussion just like everyone else. But because of the sound of my voice, I'm sure these motherfuckers think that I'm much younger than what I actually am. And that's the problem that I have. Because there were many other women up there on that platform and they didn't get referenced as a girl. They were up there having a conversation just like I was, and nobody was referenced as girl. Them men that was up there wasn't being referenced as boy. No, I'm grown, bitch. I'm grown. So Sweet said, but you be calling people that J.Dunn, you say girl all the time. Those are people that I know. I didn't know them niggas. I ain't never had a discussion with them niggas in my entire life. Now, if you talking about me referencing Pizarro as a girl, I speak to Pizarro regularly up on her platform. If you talking about me potentially referencing Brianna as a girl, that's because I know of them. Them motherfucking niggas didn't know of me. I had never spoken to them bastards a day in my life. That's what I'm talking about. The fuck? The fact is, you can't get so comfortable in what you think that you could call me whatever. No, bitch, you can't. Otherwise, I'll get up on here and call you a punk pussy ass faggot, and then what? They gonna have a problem. But you mean to tell me that they could be so comfortable with me to call me a girl, but then if I call them something that they don't want to be called, then I will have to agree to what they feel? Fuck out of here. If I'm up there being respectful and calling them within their name, because again, I don't know them motherfuckers, then they owe me the same respect. And when I correct you the first time, what I am saying is you should understand that I am correcting you. So just respect it and move the fuck on. But instead, no. Because they were men on the panel, they act like they can't respect what I'm saying. They can't respect what I'm saying, even though it's a discussion about the community and how the community sometimes fights inward and how people disrespect others in the community. Even the discussion veered off to the fact of people outside of the community not wanting to be called cisgendered or cis women or cis men. Well, if they say that that's not what they want to be called, then you respect that. But when I say don't call me your girl because I'm not your girl, then it's a problem. And now I done caused all this ruckus up on Shelly's platform, all because I stated that I did not prefer to be called your girl because I'm nobody's girl up here. And them motherfuckers didn't know how to respect what the fuck I said. I don't know if you understand, but men don't dictate me. And if I make a request, respect my request and move the fuck on within the conversation. Good morning to everybody. Oh, good morning, Kimberly Black. Good morning, BB. Good morning to everybody, DC, and everybody, YouTube cameras. So that's my thing. It's just like, just because a man say some shit, I just gotta accept it. But then once I started giving them the business back, then J.Dunn is just a problem. Tracy, old stupid gold tooth ass over there talking about I acted a fool on Shelly's platform. No, I didn't. I simply told them what I felt about what they had called me. They didn't want to respect it several times. And then that's when I had to become combative. Because what you're not going to do is blatantly disrespect what I just informed you of myself. Because again, you don't know me, ho. I'm not your girl and I'm not your daughter. I'm not your child. Period. Even to the point to where the Kinzu person thought that I was so young. And he gonna tell me, well, I'm 34. I said, bitch, I'm 36. I'm older than you. Shelly told me and him to go on mute. He still kept taking himself off mute in order to interrupt other people while they were trying to have their discussion, to the point to where I stayed on mute when Shelly asked us to, but as soon as he would come off mute to try to tell somebody something, I get off mute and remind him that we need to be on mute. Because again, that's another example of a man thinking that he can do whatever the motherfuck he want to do, even though Shelly, as the host, advised both of us to stay on mute. But because he is a damn man, and I guess a heterosexual man, he felt like he could come off mute whenever he wanted to, even though Shelly, as the panel holder, told us to be on mute. Were men thinking that what they feel, that they able to do and say whatever the fuck they want? No. If she said to stay on mute, then be on mute. He felt like it was okay for me to have to stay on mute, but he didn't have to. And this is my thing when I say that men sometimes think they could do whatever the motherfuck they want. And then when you call them out for the stupid ass bullshit, then now I'm the problematic woman or the problematic girl on the platform. I'm not no problematic girl on the platform. I'm just telling you that guess what? Just because you a man, that don't mean that you could just slang your dick all over the panel. If people told you something, you respect it. Fuck. Hey, Miss Lofty. Hey to Pillow Talk with Bae. You respect what was said. But them two men, as new as they were to that platform, had a very problem respecting plenty of things. Even to the point where Natasha Malone was up there. And you know that slow talking Eeyore, foghorn, leghorn sounding Rodney called Natasha TS. Well, Shelly, Shelly, I want to ask about the TS, the TS up here, the TS, bitch, the nerve. It was the man named Rodney from over there on Misunderstoods, and then the other straight man named Kenzu. And they up there calling Natasha the TS. Bitch, just because T.S. Madison put T.S. in her name, that does not mean that Natasha wants to be referenced as the T.S. How about reference her as Natasha, since she up there having a healthy discussion just like everybody else? But these are those subtle things that they were doing up there on that platform because they felt like as men they could do that. And I'm just like, no, you don't call her the TS. Even to the point to where Shelly had to go and look up the definition of transsexual versus transgender. And Natasha even said that she does not refer to herself as a transsexual. But this was the disrespectful ass shit that they were saying. And now people voted in a poll to call me problematic because I was calling the bullshit out. Absolutely. I really can't speak for Shelly. I did speak to her after the fact. Yesterday afternoon, I talked to her. And she understood my concerns, but she said that she was going to have to go and rewatch it. Because she said that she had moderators and things like that hitting her up saying that they were doing a lot of other things up in the chat. Like the Kizu man said that he was going to do witchcraft on me. That's allegedly. Because I don't remember him saying that. But I do know that he was trying to check me like he wanted to try to dox when he must not know about me. Bitch, I wish you would. Bitch, I'll find you in a motherfucking heartbeat. So Shelly really didn't give me a wholesome conclusion of how she felt because she said that she wanted to take the time out to rewatch the live. Because again, when you are in the thick of being on the live and in the panel, sometimes you're not able to catch everything. And Shelly had stuff to do yesterday, so she said that she needed to rewatch it. She also came live and put that poll in which everybody tried to make me be the problem. But how am I the problem? Because I'm correcting these men about the inappropriate shit that they saying up here when this is supposed to be a panel discussion about the gay and lesbian trans community and how we need to be more respectful of each other. Child. And what's good, beautiful soul, and to everybody. So yeah, that I'm unsure of. But yeah, even up there, just because Natasha is clearly a trans woman, now that Rodney motherfucker talking about, well, I got a question for the TS up here. Now he would have felt some type of way if somebody on that panel would have said, well, I got a question for the faggot up here. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? If somebody got on that panel and referenced him in that way, he would have felt some type of way about it. But meanwhile, he thought that he could just reference anybody any old type of way. And no, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. And many of y'all up in the beef sector know me and Natasha don't even get along. Natasha can't even stand me. Yeah, I'll put the link. Natasha can't even stand me. But I put my feelings about Natasha and she put her feelings aside for us to have this important discussion. And this was the type of bullshit that these men were thinking that they were just going to be able to say and do. Just ridiculous. But I mean, right is right and wrong is wrong. And if you really up here to try to get understanding about everybody within the community, then you really need to listen and put all of this ignorant thoughts aside by getting up here and you got to reference me as girl. I'm a grown ass woman or a grown ass man, whichever one. But I'm up here having a discussion like everybody else. The fact is, everybody up there was grown. But yeah, so it was those types of things that was happening in that discussion that for anybody else who is not a part of the community, no, you would not be affected or you would not be bothered by it. But that was some shit because it's going against the very reason that we are having this discussion to begin with. The whole point of having the panel discussion is to get past these things. Figure out what pronouns people want to be called by. Figure out what people prefer as terms or words that they prefer to go by. But you just can't get up here with your ignorant thought process and just call people whatever the fuck you feel like calling them. And what I noticed was that the men were doing that.
Hey,
Hey,
can you hear me?
yeah. Say something again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's a little bit low, but I can hear you.
Okay, I'm driving so. I just wanted to come up here and say that what I've noticed about Rodney is I don't have an opinion of him. I don't think that he's a bad person, but I do know that he has like extreme points of views. When we were talking about the Shanquilla Robinson story,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually kind of strange because he was the one who was saying like, oh, with the story about when the girl picture got altered, he was the one that was up there saying like, oh, this could basically cause, the transgender community to be harmed. He was like standing up for the LGBT community. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of gagged that he was referring to Natasha as a TS. And then secondly, that also lets me know that he hasn't been around over here long because everybody knows that Natasha gets the utmost respect when it comes to, being of the trans community because Natasha always respects the heterosexual women are the biological women by not calling us cisgender. So we always give her that same respect back.
Right. That is true. So somebody is saying you sound a little bit underwater. Can you adjust your mic or anything, Brianna?
Let me drop down and I'll come back when I finish my errand if you're still live.
Okay, all right.
All
Okay.
right.
So if y'all missed what Brianna was saying that she must have was engaged with some type of panel discussion with the man Rodney before. And Rodney was upset about the Shanquilla Robinson situation in which they tried to blame it on a trans woman who did it. And Rodney was saying because of them trying to blame the trans woman, then that could put the trans community in danger. But in the same breath, on the next panel, he is referring to Natasha as the TS instead of by her damn name. Instead of by her damn name. Child, but all of these people that claim that this was such a great discussion, they have all types of problems with me when many of the corrections that I was giving up there were very valid corrections. But and then even like on Misunderstoods, they kind of had like an after show where I was listening to Misunderstoods, and I had done went to sleep, and Misunderstood could be on there for hours at a time. And I had woke up and I heard them up there trying to talk about me. And this is what they said, that it was my tone of voice, that I had an attitude, that I was coming through being feisty, and all this type of shit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, black women, but don't y'all get sick of men trying to use those types of terms to describe you because you might be passionate about what you say? But no, now my tone is wrong. I had the wrong tone. Well, it was a serious conversation that was being had. So, what tone did you expect me to have? It was actually a serious discussion that affects many people in my real life. So, what tone did you expect me to have? Should I have been on there laughing and joking? Or am I having a serious discussion? Then I had an attitude. Now, anytime the men stated their point of view, they stated their point of view and what their thought process was about the community. And nobody said, oh, it's your tone. You got an attitude. You this, you that. What? Mm-mm. Silky Black said he only was asking her name. I don't know. I just don't know that TS is the best way to describe her because then you trying to group her in as if to say all trans women want to be called TX. And then that was another thing that I noticed. The conversation was totally focused on trans women to the point to where they didn't even recognize that there are also trans men out here. Trans men actually do exist. And I honestly think that they were so ignorant that they didn't even realize that. Yeah, everybody had their name up. But you know how if you put the comment on there, then the name goes away. So now I cannot say if Shelly didn't have a comment up that caused her name to go away. But everybody's names was on there. That's how come Shelly would know who it is to bring them up. And Shelly had a full panel. But it's like they was just honing in to the trans women. And I'm like, but trans men exist as well. And you can't just run around calling people the TS. Just because T.S. Madison voluntarily put that in her stage name, that doesn't mean that all trans people prefer to be called that. To me, I feel like Rodney is from a southern town and he is so ignorant. He sounds just like a gay man who grew up in a southern town and really don't know shit about shit. To the point to where he just thinks that he can just generalize groups of people. Maybe you need to leave your hometown so that you can get acquainted with other gay people, other trans people, the different types of people, before you get on here and you just trying to generalize people based on the one. Probably you was the only gay person up in your high school, so you think you know, when you bringing all this backwoods ignorance into a conversation, and then whenever a woman corrects your ignorance, then you got a problem, to the point to where you want to be blatantly disrespectful because you didn't like that I checked you. Please. What's good, Michi? And y'all, please like my video. Randy said, confused. J.Dunn does more name calling than anyone. She's also a grown ass man until she's not. Of course, Randy. And you can always be confused. That's your right. So just keep your confused ass off my channel. Most people who actually follow me already know that the reason why I call myself a grown ass man is because there are so many men who are not fulfilling their responsibilities and duties to their children, to the point to where whenever I get with women who do have children, the man is not doing what he is supposed to do. So if I'm stepping in to take care of a man's child because he ain't nowhere in sight, because I'm with the mother of that child, then that's why I say I'm a grown ass man, because I find myself having grown ass man duties. Now, bitch, if you don't understand what I'm saying, then you can stay confused where the fuck you at. Just stupid. Bitch, if a man ain't taking care of his own kids and I'm the one taking them to baseball practice, bitch, that's grown ass man shit that I'm doing, bitch. Please. Throwing the motherfucking softball, throwing the damn football with this child because the daddy ain't around, that's grown ass man shit. So that's why I say I'm a grown ass man. But people look so much up on the surface and think that that means I'm trying to transition. No, I'm not trying to transition. I'm speaking about the lack of men doing what they need to do in their kids' lives. And then when the mama decides to be gay later on down the line, the lesbian that mother chooses typically has to fill those shoes that grown ass man should have filled, but he didn't. Randy, I'll call you Randy, but I said, you said that you were confused, and I said you can be confused somewhere else. Okay. Oh, and let me see what Pizarro said. They don't like gay or straight women. Let me see what Pizarro said. Okay, so Pizarro said he don't like women, straight or gay. Okay, because yeah, he was just being blatantly disrespectful when I had just came up there. And that's one thing. Shelly had told me that I could play part of her video, but y'all, I didn't even cue that up to have it ready to play. But even if y'all go back over there to her video and check the live when I first came up, yeah, I patiently was on mute waiting on my time to speak until I heard him speaking out of turns with the trans. And then Shelly even posed the question at that same time and said she had spoke to someone who said that the T should not even be included within the LGBTQIA, almost as if the trans people shouldn't matter. And that's whenever Rodney was like, well, they just messy. I don't even deal with them folks. I don't deal with them because they messy. All the ones that I ever came across just be messy, and they do this and the third. Everything was negative, and he was using they almost as if he wanted them to be excluded. So once I heard him using all this verbiage, are the trans people messy or is everybody messy? Can the trans people have an attitude about something or can everyone have an attitude? The fact is, he was placing all these negative thoughts on the trans people and generalizing trans people as if just them. When if we're going to be honest, negativity can come in all types of humans. Gay, straight, lesbian, bi, trans. But in his opinion, it was just the trans people that's so damn messy. What? Since when? And how many of them do you know? How many trans people do you know for you to make this grand assumption? Because if you only know 2 or 3 trans people, then I suggest you not be trying to generalize the entire group of trans community based on a couple of people that you met in motherfucking Mobile, Alabama, or wherever the fuck you from. That was the shit that was pissing me off about it. Rochelle said, however, mothers do that too. I threw the softball, football, kicked the soccer ball. I did all those things with my sons when they were small. Well, but that's the thing, Rochelle. Those were your sons. I have had the experience of doing those things with kids that are not even my sons. But it's just because most of the time the women that I date are more feminine. They don't prefer to do all that outdoorsy stuff with the kids. When that man, that grown ass man, should be available to be doing all that. He should be available to take them to the practices and things like that. But they don't. They fall by the wayside. They fall by the wayside and then get pissed off with me when I call myself a grown ass man. Well, yeah, I'm going to take your motherfucking title because you ain't doing what you should do. Bitch, the nerve of you to think that you can wear the title of being a grown ass man when you are seriously lacking in performing your adult grown ass man responsibilities. And then that's typically what pissed them off. Whenever I let them know, hey, I'm a grown ass man, then they feel like I'm challenging their manhood. No, you challenged your manhood when you stopped doing what you needed to do as a grown ass man for your children. You challenged your manhood. You emasculated yourself. I didn't. You did. But even whenever I say that, people still act like they don't get where I'm coming from about it. But that's what I'm saying about it. But you know, it be a lot of slow people that be like, oh, she said she a man. She said she a man. Bitch, fuck you. Hey, Glossy Bossy. Hey to everybody. Hey, Pretty Monita. Child, let me put my link one more time because, let me see. It's a bunch of mothers that are still single mothers with men in the house too. Right. And it's just like, you should be doing what you need to do. The nerve of you to be intimidated by me because I'm doing the shit that you should be doing. The nerve of you to have a problem with me because I'm doing the shit that you should be doing. But I know every single time I call myself a grown ass man, it does something to them men out there that know damn well they ain't doing what they need to be doing for their households and for their children. Oh, thank you, Coolin. Yeah, can y'all please get my likes up? Thank you. It's almost 350 of y'all up in here. Please like my video. I mean, at this point, At this point, I done been up in here for about 45 minutes. So, yeah, you should like my video. You gotta chill, say you a stepmama. You gotta chill. You can't label me what I am in my situation. See, that's your problem. Now here you come with what you think I should be labeled as. No, I label myself. Do you understand? No, you can be a stepmama, but I label myself in the way that I choose to, and you should be able to respect it. But you just gonna come up in here and tell me who I am or what my label should be. What? You are part of the problem. Because as soon as I come through and label you a cis woman or a cis female, then you going to have a problem with it. But you see how easy it was for you to come up in here and try to give a label to me? You see how easy it was for you to come through and try to put a label on me, one that I did not claim, but you think that that's what I should claim. So then I think that you should be a cis woman then. That's what I think. I had to block that person. Child, I done came through plenty of times and say that I don't even wear the label as a stud. Where have you been? Again, there you go. That's why you just got blocked, child, because you just came up in here trying to put a label on me. You just came up in here and said, I'm too sensitive to be a stud. Well, I never claimed to be a stud, but that's just the label that you just tried to put on me. It's crazy to me that people, especially heterosexual people, don't even realize how easily they do this, where they just try to throw a label on you. I got one person up in here trying to label me as a stepmama. I got another person up in here trying to label me as a stud. Well, am I not entitled to what I choose to be labeled? Because I mean, y'all seem so entitled on what y'all want to be labeled. Fuck. This be that backwards ass bullshit that I be talking about. And this is actually the root of the problem and the reason why I joined that panel over there with Shelly Nim, because I felt like it was a very important discussion to be had. Like, long are the days where other people think that they should be the ones to define me. No, I define me. If I don't wear the label of a stud, then bitch, that's your definition, but that ain't mine. So don't come up in here trying. Don't come up in here trying to correct me. If I don't label myself a stepmother, then the nerve of you to jump up in here and tell me that's what I am. Bitch, I didn't label you. Because I could say that you a slut bag having children out of wedlock. I could label you all types of bitches. Then you're going to have a problem. Well, you have these multiple kids with multiple baby daddies. I could label you a cum dumpster. Well, you just let people empty cum into your pussy. I could label you as that. But then you'll be feeling disrespected as fuck if I did it. So don't label me. Unless you want me to label you. Oh, DC back here. Hey, DC, good morning. DC, this you? DC? DC, check your audio. You might have to go in. You might have to go out and then come back in because your audio wasn't working. Let me get my banner, y'all. It's crazy to me how other people just sit back and think that they could label you and you are forced to wear the label that they put on you. But then as soon as you label their asses, then they have a problem. DC, this you? DC? DC, y'all, DC trying to come in, but her audio is not connected. Oh, hey, insufficient hair. Hey to everybody. Beautiful. It's not that upsetting, but it's just the nerve of somebody to come through to try to tell me who I am. If that's what you choose to be, then that's what you choose to be. Right. Yeah, Coco. I mean, correct. But I mean, this is my thing. Like, too many times people want to impose their thoughts or their labels onto other people. And all I'm saying is don't do it. I'll be a stepmama when I actually marry a bitch. And I don't think that I've married anybody. Maybe once I actually done married a bitch, then maybe. But I ain't married none of these bitches. So again, how can you give me a label to define me? No, I define myself. This you, DC?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. What's up, dude?
What's up, son? You know you my son. But anyway, how y'all doing in the chat? Appreciate y'all let me come through for a second. I can relate to J.Dunn when it comes with these deadbeat ass dads that don't do shit. And then you step up to the plate because I've been in this lifestyle a very long time. And I dealt with several women that had their baby daddies there, but not there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, I had this one young lady, my ex, I was in my early 30s, and her baby daddy chased me down the road because he's pissed off because I'm doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I get it. So as far as stepmommy and all that other bullshit, that ain't making sense.
Right, and this is my thing because, and I'm happy that you was able to come up because I knew that you would understand because I mean you have been living in this life much longer than I have, so I know you have all the countless experiences that I'm always on here trying to express, and people act like they don't get it or that it's something that's taboo that they ain't never even heard of, and it's like
Hmm.
even with these men, even and you right, whenever you trying to do for their kids what they should be doing, then they want to be pissed off at you because they feel like you emasculating them. No, I'm not emasculating you. You doing a damn good job of that on your own.
Correct. You right because some of these deadbeat dads, I mean, period, they ain't doing what they supposed to do, and they exist. I can see if they passed away or they sickly and they can't do it, but these niggas out here living their life every day, like they ain't got no children, And my own daughter would tell you from day one, I am her mama, daddy. You know what I'm saying? And she's
Mm,
31 now and on
mm,
the 22nd. And she'll tell you that. Nick here, Nick, he called me Pops. You know what I'm saying? That's what he
mm.
called me. So I don't care what nobody say, we know what we do on an everyday basis when it comes with women that have kids. And they
Correct.
got, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, and even that's a case in point. Now, what if I sat up here and argued DC down and said, no, you ain't Nick's pops, you Nick's mama. You ain't the pops, you his mama.
Oh,
That
by then I've been
would sound
untold.
stupid. That would
I've been,
sound stupid as hell.
yeah, that would sound stupid because first of all, his mama right here. You know what I'm saying? So he called her mom. So
Right.
that-
But it's just like for me, if I had come through and try to impose a label on you just because what I think needs to be, that don't redefine your household and what that little boy thinks you are to him.
correct. That's right.
Child, but it just be like people be coming in through and doing that stuff. And hey, trees, people be coming through and just doing that stuff and then just trying to throw the label on you and then want to be mad because you ain't going with what they say. Well, no. And this is a prime example. DC is a pops.
Yep, sure is. I do pop things with that boy. It's a lot of things you like. A lot of women, they can. Some women can. I don't knock the feminine females that do actually go to the baseball games and the football games, throw the football. I don't knock them, but it's the ones that don't understand. It's a lot to play in a role when it comes to sons and girls.
Uh-huh.
When it come to those kids, because you got to be there for them. you know so I don't get it. I don't get why they don't understand, but I think some people just, that's just who they are. They just got to come out of pocket for a reason to start an argument over something they never experienced. So
Right. But then that just shows the level of ignorance, because it's too many times where we have to do all this explaining to people that don't really even care to have the explanation. And
correct.
one thing about that panel that Shelly had, the reason why I stayed over there is because that's a discussion that I've had so many times with other people. But I like that she tried to sprinkle it with people of different backgrounds. You know,
Right.
having a trans woman up there, having a bisexual up there, having somebody who found out that she was a lesbian later on down the line of years, then having a lesbian that's been a lesbian since 14, like me, then having a gay man, then having a straight man. You know, she tried to sprinkle it out with every single person so that everybody could have this open dialogue to get to the bottom of some of these things that have been conflicting thoughts between both communities.
Right. But you gotta realize some people, they just not gonna understand. When you start mixing up people, for real, it ain't gonna mesh, because you're gonna have someone gonna come out of pocket, you know. So that's just part of life. I mean, it's like whatever people think, that's what they think. But meantime, people gonna come out of pocket when you
Mm,
once you mix a bunch of people together. It's
mm.
because some people don't accept who we are. So
Yeah, and then it's even like people that's up in the community that sometimes just still want to be ignorant. And I do still believe that there is somewhat of a chauvinistic energy even within the community, because I'm telling you, my biggest issue was up there with a gay man. And I mean,
mm,
if I was up there not saying anything disrespectful to him, because let's be honest, there are plenty disrespectful words that I could use to reference a gay man.
right.
So if
But out of
I'm
respect, you
respecting you
didn't.
as a person, but then you act like you can't respect the one thing that I asked,
That's kind of crazy. Because I mean, not all. I can't speak on all, but some gay people, not gay people, but some gay men, exactly. Let's say that. I don't know if they feel intimidated or what. I experienced something like that years ago. But they sometimes you got some of them just too much, just doing too much for no reason. So they gotta pick because you're a lesbian. So they gotta pick with you. If you that bad, go pick with a straight man, see what happens.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, hmm, that's true, DC. And yeah, and I mean, my only request was, I don't want to be called girl because I'm nobody's girl. That was a whole adult conversation. And that was my first time even talking to these people. You have to know that you can only call people certain things when you know them on that level. Even in my real life, one of my best friends is a gay guy. He actually considers himself to be bisexual because he does pick up men and women. However, even when me and him first became friends, it took easily about us being friends for several months before I was okay with him calling me a bitch. And that's just
No,
because you a dude. Like, if you can freely call me a bitch, then I can freely call you something that you're going to be offended by.
right,
And it took us being friends for a matter of several months to almost a year. And we are still friends to this day. He just texts me about happy Thanksgiving and all this kind of stuff because he moved back to New York. But it took enough time for me to get comfortable with him just calling me whatever. So if I'm just having my first discussion with you on the panel and I tell you that I don't want to be called this, then you should respect it because you should never be that comfortable with me because, bitch, I don't know you and you don't know me like that.
Right. Yeah, some people like that. I don't know what his ego was to doing that to you, but me personally, I might have came out of pocket with it, but you handled it well. All I can say is that because me personally, it would have been a different story. You're not
Mm.
gonna call me something I ain't tell you. Like if I'm telling you, don't call me that. You're a little bitch boy. You better sit your ass. That type of shit. But I can't deal with shit like that. Nah.
Right, because it's just the blatant disrespect. And my thing is, what is it about me that makes you feel so comfortable with disrespecting?
He
Meanwhile,
was
that panel was full,
he was
DC.
trying to he was trying to get you. That's what it was. He was trying to get under your skin to get you going. That's
Mm,
all it was.
mm.
That's what he was
But I
trying to
did.
do.
I kept it classy on that panel because I do respect Shelly. I
Right.
respect what she was trying to do. Her channel is monetized. So I didn't want to pop out on his ass and say the shit that I really could have said because then it would have messed up her video, her monetization and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I mean, just like gay dudes think that they could say bullshit to get under our skin. Oh, you best believe we could say some shit to get under their skin. But it's like, are you going to be considerate of the person whose channel it is? And I was being considerate, so that's why I didn't say. But even the next day, it was all this stuff. Oh, she ruined the panel. She ruined the panel. Why? Because I checked these dudes for the bullshit that they were saying that was inappropriate.
I mean, when people like that, if it's your channel, technically, she could have kicked him off the panel, to keep it cute.
Well,
But
no, she didn't want to kick nobody off, and that's the thing. It wasn't even necessary. It just goes to show why would Shelly need to kick this man off? Because this man is probably older than Shelly, and he just doesn't know how to respect the next person on the panel. Why? Why should she have to even be in that position to kick him off? As old
right,
as he is, he should be able to have a decent adult discussion without being disrespectful. And Shelly didn't want to kick nobody off because she had invited them up there. She invited pretty much everybody. And I wasn't even like feeling that way, like, well, Shelly, you better kick him off. No. But I just thought that it was crazy because I know that man up in his 50s. He gotta be.
acting like that. Damn.
Yes. But he's one of those people that are southern gay men that
Okay.
seems to have never left the South to experience different people or different types of gay people.
Right. He in the sticks. He never been in the city where it's people that he can engage with and realize that there's a lot of people that's different than what he accustomed to. That's what it
Correct.
sounds like.
Correct. And that was the main thing about it. But no, I didn't feel the need to have Shelly try to kick him off because no, I want to hear everybody's point of view. I just thought it was crazy that even once I addressed and expressed something, child, he
Mhm.
just ignored it. Child.
Coco, Coco said it was a good conversation over there. I
Yeah,
wish
I
I would have
think you
known. I would have went.
yeah, I think you would like it. I honestly think you should catch the replay, DC. I think you would like it. I
Text
don't
me the
know if
link.
Shelley will do another panel like that before because she's or do another panel like that again because she did say that she was just going to leave everything at that panel. But she opened up the panel saying that she just wanted to get to the bottom of the homosexuality discussion and kind of leave it there. Because I don't
Right.
know if you know, but Shelley was like really good with T.S. Madison. So she used to actually be the CEO of the Maddie Mob. I don't know if she still is the CEO of the Maddie Mob, but at one point she was. So when it comes to trans discussions, I'm sure that she's had plenty of them, with her affiliation with T.S. Madison.
Right.
Hmm. So yeah, but it was a good little talk. But well, DC, well, I guess I'll end this thing because I'm about to get ready so that I can start my day today. Did you want to say anything in closing?
I don't have really not much to say, but I would like to catch the replay of the link because I like listening and watching other people's videos. I be watching the beef sectors and all that stuff. Just in the bushes. No, I'm in the trenches. I'm not even in the bushes. I'm all the way in the trenches.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. And that's
Cause I don't want that to lead to my channel. You know what I'm saying? So I be in the trenches watching.
right.
I be telling Lisa. I be like, damn, look what so and so said. Look what so and so said. But uh, it's kind of entertaining to me to see what's going on. I just don't like the fact that when people dox people and cause them to lose their livelihood as their jobs and stuff like that. But I want everybody have a good day today. Enjoy life. That's what I'm talking about. You get a chance, check out our channel. We more positive and we do a lot of vlogging. But
Yeah,
like I
y'all
said,
should definitely check out DC them. They do pranks, family videos, vlogging. They have a pretty much wholesome family channel. And
but
mhm.
we do real talk. Like real talk, it's called
Oh
real
yeah,
talk.
they have real talk on Saturdays. I forgot about that. Yep.
Yeah, we try to do interviews and interview of certain all types of people. We just interviewed a couple of weeks ago. This lady had house burnt down while she was in Atlanta, Georgia, and she live out here. But
Wow.
we do a lot of real talk on Saturday, sometimes Sunday. But
Okay. And I just want to tell you, DC. So the lady December baby, hey phenomenal Scorpio, I see you up in here, and Michi Black and everybody. But the lady December baby said that she don't know if the video is still up because she just went and checked and she think it might be private. I don't know if it's private, but I do know that sometimes Shelly will put a video on members only. But I'll
mhm.
double check with her to see if it's up, and if it is up, DC, I'll try to share it on my community wall so that you can see it.
All right, send me her link so I can hit that S button on her, so I can check out her channel.
Okay, yeah, because when she do certain controversial topics, and even when she do beef sector topics, she might let that video stay up for about a day or two, and then
Okay.
she put it right to members only. Because she like to keep her channel pretty clean, on the outside. And then if you a member, then you can see all the other messy, crazy mess. But she try to she try to keep it separate for the most part.
All right, that's cool. I'll check her out. Just send me her link though.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for coming up, DC.
No problem. Y'all have a good day. I got to go. I just got up. All right, take it easy, y'all.
All right, thank you. All right, y'all. So that was DC Kool-Aid and Lisa. And then also, I want to say thank you to Brianna for coming up and giving her point of view, even though she was driving, y'all. So it was hard to really hear what she was saying because I don't know if she was talking through the Uconnect or through the Bluetooth or something. So it was a little tough to hear what she was saying. Oh, hey, Bird Bird. Oh, Sir King back here. Sir King, I'm about to go. Sir King, this you? Sir King?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Oh Lord, call coming in and everything. How you doing, J.Dunn?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Good. How's Zulu doing?
He is doing good. He is still asleep. That's another reason why I'm about to get up off of here so that I could get him out and get him ready. Because I
Okay.
typically
Well,
try to put his breakfast and stuff out by like 10 o'clock.
man, that's a whole baby over there. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep you. I've just been listening to this, and it's been bothering me because, like, not you per se. Some of the people that you mentioned, they have some of the most nefarious reputations. So to take them kind of seriously when it comes to these serious discussions is kind of hard sometimes.
Well, Sir King, if you trying to be messy about Shelly, this is not the time or the place because
No, I'm actually being serious, Jay Dunn. Don't think that anything that I discuss with you is always tinged on seriousness. I mean, on shadiness or funniness. I'm actually being serious. You know.
well, but I cannot knock her for having a conversation that is much needed. I mean, this conversation has been sprinkled throughout the sector and even beyond the sector with the Shanquilla Robinson and the fact that they said that a trans person was the person who beat her up and things like that. This is
Hmm.
a conversation that should have been had. So I applaud her for even trying to put such a discussion out there because it was much needed, especially even with things that have been happening in recent events.
Okay, I understand. It's like Jay Wilson trying to give financial advice, but card getting declined for $2.25. You know.
Well, yeah,
This is my.
I was actually messy about Jay Wilson at the beginning of the live, and
Oh,
then
I
it
heard
went,
you.
yeah, and then it went, and then it went into this talk, and I'm actually happy that I was able to voice my opinion about it. Cause yeah, people think that I caused trouble over there, but I was legitimately trying to explain to these people where they were wrong and what they were saying. And it even proved up in this live here, where people just jumped in trying to tell me what my label is. You can't tell me that. That's
Well, J.Dunn,
essentially somebody trying to tell you who you are. Nobody on this internet can tell me who I am.
well, I can tell you a dog lover.
Um, see, I don't even know if they could tell me that because I like small dogs, not big dogs. For
Oh,
real.
so you discriminate based on size. Okay.
But that's for real. Now, a true dog lover will love on any dog that run up to them, but not me.
Hmm.
If you got a pit bull, you better keep that pit bull by you.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, I know you gotta go. I just want to share my 2 cents. So thank you for letting me up.
Okay, you're welcome, Sir King.
All right,
And
take care.
hey to Trinity. Okay, you're welcome. Thank you for
Bye.
coming up, Sir King. Okay,
You're welcome. Bye.
okay. But yeah, that was even a good example. And please like my video if y'all catching a replay, like my video. But that's a good example. People would assume that I'm a dog lover, but I'm really not. If you got a damn pit bull or you got a Rottweiler or you got a big ass dog, I don't love those dogs like that. You better keep that dog next to you. But now, if you got a little small dog, I might. But for the most part, I love my dog. That's the reason why I buy my dog as a puppy so that I can raise my dog into adulthood so that I know everything about my dog. But like even how Jay Wilson went and just got Lyric out the pound. I know that I'm not that type of a dog lover to go and get a dog out the pound because I don't know what trauma that dog experienced before that dog went to the pound. So there is no telling what this dog might be, what type of trouble he might have, any types of instabilities that the dog might have because you don't know how the previous person treated that dog. Hey, Dwayne. So yeah, that's one thing to keep into account when you putting labels on people. So I'm happy that Sir King had brought that point around. Dwayne said, I think that was Mark's dog. Jay Wilson don't like that much. Child, I don't know if Jay Wilson like him or not. But I know that Jay Wilson cannot even get a little small thing of kibble for $2.55. Jay Wilson can't buy nothing for that dog with $2.55. And so that's facts now. But anyway, y'all, let me get my rump off of here and get my day started. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Please like the video. Thank you to the people who joined me up here. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Don't stress, y'all. And maybe Jay Wilson will be able to afford his coffee this morning. We'll have to wait and see.